Welcome to the day in the life as a volunteer in South Africa working on research for animals. In this video, you'll get to see unique insight on the work and play that comes with being a volunteer, including early mornings, beautiful animals, cactus removal, and camping. If this is something that you're interested in, please consider subscribing because I will be rolling out a video soon going in depth on how I went about joining a program like this. Enjoy.
Nah, man, screw that. It is way too early in the morning. All things considered, just how early it is, I actually slept pretty good last night, so I don't know why I feel like I got absolutely hit by a train today. I usually don't feel this bad this early in the morning, but today is just a little extra special. So it's a Tuesday, and on Tuesdays we do our physical conservation, as well as Thursdays. Normally we do wire removal, which is just removing barbed wire from the reserve to prevent animals from getting trapped in it, as well as preventing poachers from taking it and using it as a snare. But I don't know if we're doing that today. There's a chance it will be removing cactus. So this is my actually pretty luxurious bathroom. This is where I put on my deodorant, brush my teeth, and sit on the throne. Next step is throwing the Timbs on. The power literally just went out. That is hilarious. I'm actually really glad that I got that on camera because this is a pretty common thing that happens at this place. It's called load shedding. It's something that South Africa does. They basically just turn the power on and off 2 to 3 times a day for 2.5 hours to 4 hours at a time to conserve energy, because I guess South Africa doesn't produce enough energy or isn't able to economically produce enough energy to have it on all times. I don't fully know everything behind it, but it's not the worst thing in the world. But it was just really funny that I caught that on camera while I was doing a transition. So normally we do our physical conservation at 5 in the morning, so I usually wake up at 4:30, but we pushed it to 5:30, so it allowed me to get up 15 minutes after I normally do to film this. But I'm still more tired, and I still have like 20 minutes before work starts, so I'm just gonna relax for a little bit.
Man, forget the relaxing. We did end up deciding on cactus removal, which is about 1 hour away from the lodge that we leave from. Once we arrived, which was around 6 a.m., we had to wait around for a truck to show up that we would eventually be loading the cactus onto. It didn't show up until 7 a.m., so we had an entire hour to kill. To kill the time, we played this game called Splat. I've never heard of it before. Basically, the person in the middle gets to pick someone to shoot, and they walk in a circle, and then when they pick someone, they go Splat! And then the 2 people next to the person that the middle person shot has to duck. Whoever gets shot first is out, and you just keep playing till there's only one remaining. Splat!
Splat! Oh, not from both sides.
Alright, Phoebe, you get a feel how it feels. Tell us what we're doing today.
What am I saying?
What are we doing today?
Cactus pickup.
Yeah.
I can't do you. You do it so well, Gavin.
I'm gonna get like Inception moment where you're filming, Gavin filming Phoebe.
These are rusks. The closest thing that I can resemble them to in the States are croutons. We ate these a whole lot. Pretty much any time we went on a drive, the rusks came with us. We had buttermilk rusks and raisin rusks, and I wholeheartedly defended the raisin rusks. Unfortunately, I was not the majority, but trust me, the raisins are better. The truck finally arrived, and it was go time. As much as I wish I had filmed us doing the cactus removal, I was locked in.
One sweaty mess later.
We ended up unloading the cactus onto a garbage site that I think eventually gets burned, and then we headed back to the lodge.
Alright, we just finished doing all the labor. I'm a bit sweaty, just a little bit. It was just a little hot today. It's currently 9:30. We started work at 5:30, so good couple hours of work. I'm eating knockoff Oreos. They're called Spheres. They have like no cream in them, but they're really cheap. I'm fortunate enough to call that my view every single morning. Anyways, this is what I do in between my times between our work. Now, I'll be completely honest. I am way more busy than I thought I was gonna be out here. I thought the downtime was gonna outweigh the work time. I was completely wrong. We do a lot of work around here. We get maybe about 3 to 4 hours each day of relaxed time, and then everything else is scheduled for either entering ID work, which we'll be doing later, putting in data, which I did yesterday, or eating, or doing an activity. But I wanna show you guys a little bit of how I organize all the footage that I get, because I record every drive we do every morning, any drive we do in the afternoon, and I just pretty much collect footage of any any cool animals I see or anything fun. But I like to organize it by day, so I do evening, night, morning. I stopped doing that around here. I just have photos, videos, and then I have my normal footage, and then my slow-mo footage. And I just have that organized for every day I've been here. And then I have like special stuff like when I went to Kruger National Park. Ooh, that's gonna be its own video. This is when I went on a boat. Yeah, pretty cool. And so I'll just go through all that footage, and if there's any cool shots that I like, I'll throw them into davinci, which is my editing software, and I'll basically color grade it, see how it looks, make sure that I did a good job. I'm still learning a lot of the quirks of this new camera, and I don't have the slow-mo down just yet. I feel like the quality is still kind of bad when I do slow-mo, especially after I color grade it. But yeah, that's what I'll basically just do in my free time. I'll be listening to music during all that. So that's what I'm gonna be doing for this footage.
Before I knew it, I'm back in the bush. During these drives, we will basically just take a roll call of any animal we see, where we see it, how many there are, the sex of the animal, if the animal's doing anything unique. We're basically just trying to collect as much data as possible, especially if we see an animal like a lion or leopard. After a few hours, we ended up on Mount Dassey. This is where we're gonna be camping tonight.
Well, 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 if it isn't my favorite people.
If you've seen this video in the top right corner, you'll know that this is my favorite place on all the reserves. So to have the privilege of camping on it was really exciting.
We're going to start off with a couple of rules. So obviously we are still in the middle of nowhere. There are wild animals walking around. Okay, this is our circle. Okay, unless you need the bathroom, which is going to be behind those trees over there, this is where you stay. We're going to set up 4 tents. So there is something called a watch during the night. So we'll start watch at 9 o'clock. Noemi, Gavin and Elliot from 1 until 3. It's going to be a long night. It's going to be fun.
We did that. Who put this?
For dinner, we had beef stew with rice. It doesn't look super appetizing, but I promise you, anything with rice for me is just mwah. I love rice so much. Our night shift rolled around pretty quick, and because I was on 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. shift, I got to hear all of the nocturnal animals. I heard lions, hyenas, and leopards. Before I knew it, the moon had turned into the sun, and the morning had rolled around. Just look at that sunrise. I mean, it's straight out of The Lion King. We hit the road at 6 a.m. to do another drive, and honestly, we didn't see too much. Kind of an uneventful drive, but still very pretty. Once we got back to the lodge, I was exhausted, so I hit the hay, just like home, and I hit this